Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Spike Ridgley Show for this season. I'm your host, Dave Sheets, and with me is the head coach of the Massillon Tiger baseball team, Spike Ridgley. Spike, welcome back.
Thanks, Dave.
Your Tigers are now 15-8 after playing your final 4 games of the regular season this past week. Let's go back to last Wednesday's road loss. That was at Lake, and the final score was 3-1.
Yeah, kids played well. We got a really good pitching performance from Drew Stitt. For a while there, we were up 1-0 in the fourth, and I think we had a guy at second, 2 outs, 0-2 count. That's how it started for them. And sometimes you got to tip your cap. We located a fastball really probably where we wanted it. It was up on 0-2, and the guy got on top of it, and then they had 3 2-out hits in a row. So, you know, we were, I think, staring at 3-1 after that. Had a few chances towards the end, just weren't able to come through. But I thought the guys played well, and we got better that night, even through a loss, playing a quality opponent.
I know the highlight of the week came last Thursday. You were at home. It was a thrilling come-from-behind walk-off win over Jackson.
Yeah, it was a big night for us. I think the big thing about that is our guys really stood toe-to-toe for 7 innings. And it was like a boxing match. You know, we'd score a couple, they'd get a couple, and it kind of went back and forth a little bit. Certainly we have respect for their program, and we feel we're growing our program and trying to make our strides. And so that was a big night for us, really to see the way that we competed throughout. We got, I think, 3 or 4 strong innings from Brock Pilley on the mound, and then we brought Matt in, and Matt really pitched well for us and gave us a chance. I think we were down 2 in the 7th, and then just really proud of the guys' fight and just approach throughout that last inning. And then, you know, as a coach, to see your guys get a chance to celebrate that type of a win after competing for 3 hours, it was just really happy for the guys.
And then baseball, once again, proves to you how strange the game is. Yeah. You go to Hoover on Saturday and shut out 8-0.
Yeah, you know, first inning was tough. They were hitting the ball where we were not, and it was repeatedly over and over again. Things really settled down after that, but at that point the damage was done. We would have liked to have some better at-bats, I think, throughout that game. For whatever reason, that didn't happen that night. But it's a learning moment, it's a learning experience, and you try to take the lessons from that and learn from them and get ready to go again on, I think it was Monday.
Speaking of Monday then, your last game of the regular season, you go over to Ashland and you thump the Arrows there 8-2.
It was good to see the guys. We had kind of a strange situation. We got over there, we started to get loosened up, we were just about ready, and then we had a lightning delay. And it was probably 2 or 3 times they had to push it back. We didn't get started till around 6 or maybe a little afterwards. And anytime you're waiting around after being locked in and focused, you kind of wonder where the guys are at that point, you know, when you're sitting in an indoor facility and guys are, you know, trying to pass the time for an hour while you wait. And they came back out and we scored right away and played pretty well. You know, it's one of those games where you want to play well, you want to do well getting ready to go into that tournament game. We were able to do that.
We're going to take a time out here on the Spike Ridgley Show. In a moment, you'll meet a Tiger player, but first, this message.
At MCTV, we listen to your needs. That's why our internet options deliver the speed and reliability you don't just want, but you need. Upgrade your internet service to give your in-home Wi-Fi an extra boost. More data running through your home means you can power more devices, spend less time buffering, and more time connected to what matters most. Upgrade today. Give us a call or contact us online. MCTV. We go the extra smile.
And welcome back to the Spike Ridgley Show. The Tiger player joining us this week is junior pitcher and second baseman Matt Mcgeorge. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Glad you're with us. Matt, what are your earliest memories of playing baseball and who taught you the game?
Just my dad, playing catch in the backyard, you know, going and taking BP at the local field.
Sounds good. What kind of goals did you set for yourself before this season started?
The goals I set were just make the routine plays, make the one special play when you have to, and then just hit better than last year.
You are one of the top hitters on this year's team. What is your approach when you step into the batter's box?
Just shoot the ball gap to gap, try and work right center a lot.
Now, as a pitcher, how do you get yourself ready both physically and mentally before you take the mound?
Just a good warm-up, get the blood flowing, and then just know, win this pitch.
Do you have a go-to pitch you like to throw when you absolutely need to get an out or a strike?
Not really, no. Just confident in all of them.
Great. And finally, when you're not pitching, you're playing second base for the Tigers. What kind of skill set does it take to be a good defensive second baseman?
Just to make the plays. I mean, just be calm. You're going to bobble one. Be calm. And just throw the ball to first.
Sounds good. Thanks, and good luck in your tournament game tomorrow night.
Thank you.
I want to thank Matt for joining us, Matt Mcgeorge, on the program this week. In a moment, we'll be back with the head coach of the Massillon Tigers, Spike Ridgley, after this timeout.
Hello, and welcome to the Stark County Humane Society. Today we're going to give you a few pointers when considering adopting a new furry friend. All animals here at the Stark County Humane Society are spayed, neutered, microchipped, vaccinated, dewormed, and if old enough, heartworm tested for our canine friends. Adopters will receive a free exam within 2 weeks of adoption at local veterinarian hospitals. We encourage all adopters to take full advantage of this. A one-time adoption fee is required for your new furry friend. When you adopt, you get an awesome adoption packet that includes treats for your new fur baby and savings for you. But this is not where the cost of adoption stops. Did you know the average cost of an animal like a new puppy or kitten can cost up to $500 annually? This includes annual veterinarian visits, preventative care, and everyday supplies like crate, litter, food, toys. But I hope this doesn't scare you away. Adopting an animal is a huge responsibility and a commitment. Please take the time to consider the cost of adopting a new pet into your family today. I hope to see you soon at the Stark County Humane Society. Please visit our website or visit us on social media for more information.
And we welcome you back to the Spike Ridgley Show. Spike, we just spoke with junior pitcher and second baseman Matt Mcgeorge in our last segment. What kind of impact has Matt made on the team this year?
Yeah, Matt's helped us in several ways. He's our three hitter. He's probably been our most consistent hitter throughout the year. We got a few guys kind of trying to step into that role, and he's certainly been that for us. You know, in that Jackson win, we get a couple of guys on, and you know, you're swinging on every pitch. You know, you're hanging on every pitch in that seventh inning when you need three and you're already down one out. And he picks up a big hit for us in the right center gap, scores one. Really sets the table for what was going to happen after that. If he goes up there and doesn't get it done there, then we're probably in trouble in that situation because we're looking at 2 outs. Just a much different situation. But before he even got us to that point, you know, he's pitching really well for us too in relief to give us a chance. So he's kind of been that guy that just kind of stays quiet, goes to his work every day, and he's been ready whenever we call his number. A lot of times he pitches and he doesn't know he's going to be pitching that day because it's in relief. And he's also started for us. So he's a guy that we knew we were going to need to step up this year because he's one of the only 2 guys returning from last year's team, and I think he's done that for us.
So before we talk about your first tournament game coming up tomorrow night at home, in these couple days you've had in between, how does your preparation change compared to the regular season, or doesn't it change at all?
I don't think it does. I mean, it certainly, you try to have the same approach every day. Anybody that tells you that's exactly the same is probably not being truthful. It is a little different just because there's a few more nerves involved, and you fight that and you get back to your routine. But I think for us, it was about having a quick, concise, to the point workout yesterday because we knew we were going to practice 2 days in a row. Then we had a chance to get over and get a look at the 2 teams that were playing to see who was going to play us. And now today is going to be getting back into more of a, defensive-minded situation, just going through our situations, bunt defenses, first and thirds, that kind of stuff, just to polish all those things up, and then get a good round of hitting.
Okay, so we talked last week. You took a bye, and now you were awaiting the winner of last night's game between Glen Oak and Perry, 2 teams you're familiar with. Glen Oak was a winner last night. So as you face the Golden Eagles again, what kind of challenge does that mean for your team?
Yeah, they're one of the best teams we played this year. I mean, I think that's proven. I mean, they've beaten us twice. In both times, it was competitive for a little bit there, and then they pulled away at the end. So, we know they swing it really well. They did it again last night. I think they had like 9 or 10 hits again. They scored 10 runs last night against Perry's pitching, which we respect and think's pretty good. So for us, you're gonna have to have a little bit of luck. And we're going to have to play the defense that we know that we're able to play, get a good pitching performance from Drew Stitt. But we got to hope that they hit the ball at us some so that we have a chance to make our plays. The first time we played them, or the second time on that Monday night, they didn't. The ball was away from us, didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to affect things. And baseball's a funny game. You know, you can hit the ball with a 95 exit velocity, but it can go right at somebody. So I feel confident that our team will be ready to go. I do believe that we're going to be able to swing the bats. I think that our guys have been coming on that way. We learned a little bit on Saturday with how that went. We just got to compete in the batter's box and make our plays when we have those opportunities.
Well, we'll all be watching. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Spike Ridgley Show. We want to thank Spike and junior pitcher and second baseman Matt Mcgeorge for joining us. I'm your host, Dave Sheets. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Tigers.